To go to this section, click on the Periodic Payments in the menu bar Payments. Here you can see a list of all the available periodic payments, both credit transfers and direct debits. By clicking on the drop-down box View, you can choose what you'd like to see. You can choose between all periodic payments, the periodic credit transfers, or the periodic direct debits. When you click on Manage Views, you can choose which view you'd like as default. You select one of the rows and click on Set as Default. When you reopen this section afterwards, your default view will appear on screen. If you have created a view of your own that you wish to use later again, you can click on the button Save this view. On the new screen, you have to give a name for your view before clicking on Save. If you want to go back to the original view, click on Reset View. You can add or delete columns on your screen by clicking on the Configure Columns button on the left. You can either drag and drop columns within the headline to add them to the view, or move columns into this area to remove them from the screen. By clicking on one of the column headers, you can sort them by date, frequency, addressee, and so on. If you want to filter out some standing orders, you need to turn on the filters. You can then choose your criteria in each column to only see the information you want. To make a new periodic credit, click on Create Periodic Credit. The fields with an asterisk are mandatory, which means you have to give your payment a name in the first field, then you need to choose a date for the next requested execution date, as well as the frequency. You also need to select a remitter and the remitter account, as well as beneficiary name and account. In the payments details, you need to choose if it has a normal priority or if it's urgent. After choosing currency and amount and clicking somewhere on the screen, new fields will appear below. Type in your payment reference, the payment category and level, and choose how the charges have to be regulated. You can let the beneficiary or the originator pay everything, or you can choose to share the charges. You can fill in the non-mandatory fields if you wish, but it's not necessary to save your payment. If you're finished, click on Save. You can do the same for a periodic debit. Click on Create Periodic Debit and fill in the fields with an asterisk. Give your payment a name. Choose a next requested due date and the frequency. Select a remitter client and account, as well as a debtor name and account. When you've filled in the currency and amount, and click somewhere outside of the entered box, new fields will appear. Payment type, format and product will be filled in automatically. You only have to choose the SEPA scheme. Next, choose the payment category, the remittance information type and sequence type. Lastly, fill in the mandate reference, give the date of signature, and choose if there's a mandate amendment or not. If you do not need to fill in the non-mandatory fields, you can click on Save.